Okay. Not really. Can you understand this person being very direct, blunt even? Very direct, very clear, and wanting clear answers in return. There you go. You're waiting for the fun. Seriously, that image alone is, oh. I feel as if, how can I say this? On paper, there seems to be a power imbalance. Either they earn more than you or vice versa. And you're concerned over that power balance. And there's something about feeling too good to be true but sticking it out. I feel the intention is there on both sides, but being vulnerable enough to say it isn't. Hopefully, water bottle, that makes sense. Now for your oracle. You get to choose. I've got 13th oracle, vintage wisdom, sign of the times, law of positivism, magic of unicorns, energy and spirit. Be vulnerable. Our vulnerabilities show us we're human. Vintage wisdom. My 27 centimeter deck. Yeah. It doesn't matter if you're the first to be vulnerable. You get information out of it anyway. And it can be as vulnerable as, I really like where we're heading. And see what their response is. Because do you want to know something? In all of my years, the amount of people that are willing to say, I really like where this is heading, is almost like non-existent. Or asking the question, where is this heading? And someone who's genuine won't have a problem with it. You won't scare them off. Because I get that there's a fear of scaring somebody off. Okay. Guides, come on, tell me. There could actually be a deep and meaningful conversation, but someone's uncertain, and I feel it's you. Okay, there we go. Enchantment. Believe it or not, I've never seen this card come up. And my eyes are feeling old today, but I think it's hay fever. So the specs are definitely coming out. I feel welcome in for the first time, Stylev. I hope I got it right. Water bottle, I feel as if you're goddess material in this person's eyes. Just style. Okay, thank you, style. Welcome in for the first time. Join in the chat. And yes, my old lady specs are on. Oh, they match my clothes. Okay. Enchantment. I am getting a mythological atmosphere with this card. It's like a dream finally coming true. You can join the queue, however, the queue is full at the moment. I'll just leave it at that. But back to Water Bottles Read. A beautiful mermaid relaxes on a rock as she combs her long tresses. Dusk approaches, and the last warm rays of the setting sun give way to the coming night sky. Although the motions of the sea are unpredictable, this is a moment of peace and gentle waves, as gentle waves lap against the shoreline. And the approaching ship glides towards its destination. Like a wise sentinel, the all-seeing lighthouse presides over the horizon. 3 giant pansies crown the scene. In the languid flowers, they symbolize the remembrance of the deceased. I didn't know that about pansies, but there you go. I learn something new every stream. Mermaids have long been considered figures of enchantment. They used their seductive beauty to beguile sailors, sometimes to their death. But without sparkling grace of enchantment, the world would be a dull and colourless place. Its delicate aura impressions the spirit and animates the most fantastical dreams and ambitions. Enchantment beckons us to our fullest potential, but can also destroy us if we exist solely to live in the shadow of its spell. Is this siren showing you some new way of seeing, or is it warning of rocky shores, which her light does not illuminate? Just as the presence of enchantment can blight, this card also calls for strength of character to discern wise decisions from super things. Only you can determine whether you have been bestowed with a blessing to enjoy, or if you are in danger of being swept away by the tide of unconscious desire or conditioned responses. And I feel like that's the tossing up point. It's sort of like, is my response to being tense in this situation from past experiences? Anyway, I'll finish what Victoria Mosley has to say about this. If you feel safe within the spell of enchantments, go ahead, dive in and explore. It doesn't mean you have to commit. Dive in and explore. But if you're unsure, remember the far-sighted lighthouse. Think of the plight of those unfortunate sailors and keep your feet firmly rooted on terra firma. And Star and Dana and everybody else that subbed, thank you. Water Bottle, I do feel as if it's safe for you to explore. It is safe for you to find out more about this connection and where it might head. Don't forget, the mermaid is stuff of legends. And I believe it is Winston Churchill that said, the true measure of success isn't whether something succeeds or fails. It's whether the true measure of success is a person that puts just as much energy into each next step, regardless of how many failures. So just remember that. If you don't try, you don't get an answer. And I'd rather have an answer. I don't know about you, but I'd rather have an answer than be floating in wishy-washy energy. I'd rather know for certain. And sometimes we do, like the mermaid, we do have to test the waters. The waters can have the sailor, or the waters can have the sharks, but we have to test it. We can't just assume. Be a mermaid, be brave. That's what I get from the cards anyway. Be brave, test it, stretch it. Because if it's real, it's going to bend and maneuver. Anything that's long term has to be able to bend and maneuver to circumstance. And I know I'd rather see that now. Don't do a Karen. It took me 10 years to come to the conclusion that my situation didn't bend, it didn't maneuver, it didn't adjust unless I was doing the adjusting. So it's better to find out early. And that's what I have for you, water bottle. But, have a look at the bottom of the deck. I really feel you need to test this situation. Look, I'll give you two scenarios. If someone is serious about you and you ask where this is going, they'll give you a sweet answer. Or an answer that somehow includes you. If you ask where this is going and you just got a player, they're going to run. So it's better to find out early. It's better to find out early. Now, the chat blew up a bit. So, Star, if you can let me know, I feel Star actually did the join early, as did Sinful. But anyway, Purposeful Tortoise, I do know you are next. So, water bottle, hopefully that vibed with you. I get a good feeling about it. I get a good feeling. Go for it. Be vulnerable. Hi, Purposeful Tortoise. Thank you for being part of my hype train. I feel as if there's a little bit of regret on your part for not doing something. Or not doing something earlier. Just let me know if that resonates. There's definite taking action towards luxury. Can you understand taking action towards building luxury? Wheel of Fortune, Six of Coins, Ace of Cups. Wouldn't be at all surprised if the Ace of Swords shows up in this read. Not exactly on purpose. Well, I get steps towards luxury. My guides, you know I don't argue with my guides. 10 of Coins, that's my happy family. Ace of Wands, I was wrong about the Ace of Swords, but I got the Ace of Wands. I feel as if someone has returned into your energy and they sort of have changed. Just let me know if that resonates, because there's another way I can... And as I keep hearing, Mercury retrograde is happening soon, and shadows and shadow periods and all of that. Then reach out. Situations are a two-way street. Any connection we have, whether it be friendship, romantic, family, it's always, to me, it's always surprising we can't do it in a bubble. We have to risk something. Okay. I feel as if you're feeling an injustice about hermit mode. There's like, why do I have to sit in hermit mode when so many others? Yeah, an injustice about hermit mode. King of Swords, I'll take that. There needs to be action taken. Seriously. You'll either sink or swim, but there needs to be some kind of action on your part. And I'm picking up that you're sick of hearing that. Yeah, you're sick of hearing it. It's as if you're fighting the world to get to the star. And this has to do with provider energy as well as emotional connection. Maybe stop fighting the world and just accept what the universe brings. I know that is difficult. I would struggle with it right now. The me that exists today would struggle with allowing the universe to just do its thing. But sometimes when we're burdened, when we're stressed, our responses reflect the stress, not the emotion. And I feel that's where you are at the moment with the world. I feel you actually need to be the one to first reach out. Sorry, I know you're sick of hearing it, but Nine of Swords. I feel you've had dreams about this person. You don't even know at this point. I feel you've had dreams about this person. I see, if you've seen them in real life, I feel you may have seen them with a younger person. And you've read into it. Don't worry, I've been guilty of that. I saw a person I was dating with early stages dating, with a younger version of me turned out to be their cousin. And I spent 2 weeks literally pitching things at walls. Then reach out. I'm trying to think of who said it, but it's an historical figure who said it. No one ever died of embarrassment. If you put that in reality, nobody has actually died of embarrassment. Embarrassment isn't a lifelong condition. Embarrassment isn't a terminal condition. Then start off with something simple, Purposeful Tortoise, like, I seem to keep seeing you no matter where I am. What could that mean? And the what could that mean can start a conversation. And if you get I don't know, and they walk off, you've got your answer. Too many people get stuck in no answer limbo. I need to take a leaf out of my own book, actually, because I keep running into one person and we have a laugh and things like that, but until probably the last 6 months, I haven't felt anything for them. But yeah, 6 months ago I started to, and yet I haven't spoken up. It would be worth talking. You would get your answer. You would get clarity. See, I need to take a leaf out of my own book, don't I? Oh. I told you, my day's been just busy. So let's make a pact. If you do it, I do it. How's that for a pact? If you risk talking and expressing something to this person, I'll do it. Only for me, this person's probably about 8 years younger than me. 7 or 8. And that's why I haven't said anything as an age gap. It's not because this person is scary or anything. Yes, if opportunity presents itself, go for it. I'll do the same thing. So we'll make a pact, Purposeful Tortoise. We'll make a pact. We'll both do it. When the opportunity presents itself, we'll do it. Oh, I just wish we would warm up here in Australia. Seriously, in Australia, the skiers are loving it. Deal. Done. I feel as if you're fighting against things that don't need to be fought against. Yeah, because if they say, sorry, not interested, a brief... I've got the 6 of Cups and the 10 of Coins with the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups. I don't get a bad feeling, Purposeful Tortoise. I don't get that embarrassment feeling. So you've got time between now and the next time you run into them or see them to think of a conversation starter. Don't think of it as, I need to impress this person, because seriously, you don't need to impress anyone. Think of it more as, I'm curious to know about this person a lot deeper. And it's the same with the person I keep running into and keep having a good time with whenever we run into each other. It's like, do I say something? Nah, they're young. I'm going through arthritis. They're still out drinking. So that's what 8 years can be a difference of. So whatever you're imagining the difference to be, shake it off. Be curious about getting to know them. And then that takes the pressure off you too. And try and get a handle on the anger. Try and get a handle on the anger. Because I've been angry at the world for most of 2025, believe it or not. I have been angry at the world. I changed that up last week. Wonderosity, thank you for the sub. Okay, Charlie. Don't worry, Sinful. I know you did join. I will find a way to fit you in. I know. But roll your eyes. Roll your eyes. It's like, I actually say it out loud, believe it or not. And chat, you might laugh at this. Hola, Charlie. You might laugh at this, chat, but I actually say out loud, audible eye roll. I have no expression on my face when I say it whatsoever. But whenever people do crap, it's like audible eye roll. Okay, Charlie. Charlie, why are you staying up late? You're tired. No, I'll read for you, Charlie. You were in queue as well. I will fit Sinful in. No need to worry about that. I feel you're tired, Charlie. You're sleepy. It's 11 p.m. in Mexico right now. But you're tired. You've been doing so much. Let's see. My guides are like, yes. Yeah, it's like I'm exhausted. It's almost like I'm living in the 1800s. You know, when they had to cart water from the well and You're doing it for good reasons. However, I feel those good reasons, there's been not much contact. There will be. It's just the way you're feeling at the moment, Charlie. 3 of Cups, yeah. You've got the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups in one read with the Hierophant. I feel as if, Charlie, you want to ask this person to have a more 2 of Cups, have a more serious commitment. You're feeling as if you don't have a lot to offer and you want to be in a position where you have more to offer. Yeah, Knight of Wands. You've got stability in your soul. Charlie, I could not get a better love reading if I tried. 10 of Pentacles, the Hierophant, 3 of Cups, 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, King of Wands. You've just got to say out loud. Say things out loud to your person. Yeah, one step at a time. It's a wow factor. 4 of Wands. That completes it, Charlie. You've got to say out loud. And the Lovers. Oh, seriously, everybody saw me shuffle this deck, Charlie. 4 of Wands to the Lovers, with the 3 of Pentacles crossing, with the 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. There's a feeling here of not wanting to be... not wanting to be a dictator. Yeah, that's what I got, Charlie, that you felt like you had nothing to offer with the Knight of Pentacles. It's not that you don't have anything now. You have dreams of it in the future and you're willing to work towards it. Trust me. A lot of, and I blame YouTube. Too many people are taking advice from dating things on YouTube when most women just want a sensible, take what action necessary type person. They want someone they can communicate with. They want someone they can laugh with. And yes, there are people out there that are just on the bank balance side of things, but they're a rarity. They're an Instagram rarity. And you're not going to get any dolled up wannabe beauty queen telling you that they're not getting what they want. You know you've got an empress. You need to treat that person as an empress, not with money, but with your time and your consideration of this person in your life. There's nothing more adorable than saying, I'm planning on doing this. How can I make it comfortable for you? There's nothing more adorable. And you've got the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom. So understand that you are on the right direction to building the established position. You don't have to wait though, Charlie. And I'm trying to think of a couple. I do know that there is a famous couple that got together before either of them made it big. And it lasted. Then don't stop. Find out the reason why. Charlie, don't stop texting. You are enough now. Yep, if she said don't text me, did you ask, well, how often can I reach out and call? There's definite passion here, Charlie. Definite passion. Can't change my guides, can't change the read. Did you ask how much time? Because, and this is where I hate game playing. See, you could call and chat every Sunday, for example, like you've said, Charlie. And the other person might say, I don't want to call and chat every week. But what they're really saying is, can we meet in person, in real life? But I feel, Charlie, you're exhausted because you're doing physical labour. You need to get rest, Charlie. Be rested to have fun. And that's what I have for you, Charlie. My guide said split the deck. You know it. Okay, I do have to go and take a walk, but I've got someone at the door, so I'll be back as soon as I can. sorry about that. Yes, I did have somebody at my door. Yes, Charlie, you can have an oracle. Just redeem it. Now that you're in closer proximity, I would say, as long as it's not annoying as in every second day, a visit once a fortnight would be great. But again, you have to communicate, see what's appropriate. Now, I've got Vintage Wisdom, Sign of the Times, Law of Positivism, Magic of Unicorns, Energy and Spirit, or 13th Oracle. Choice is yours, Charlie. Okay, I'm going to have a drink. Have some coffee. 13th Oracle, Vintage Wisdom, Sign of the Times, Law of Positivism, Magic of Unicorns, Energy and Spirit. Vintage Wisdom. Okay. Give it a go, Joe. Hello. Been a while. I could lie and say I'm doing fantastic, but everybody has challenges, so if we didn't have challenges in life, no. Actually, it's lifelong. Lifelong, no cure. Well. But I've got an uncle in hospital at the moment, and my mother's been in hospital. So, if life didn't have challenges, we'd all be bored. Yeah, stupid character building. My guide wants me to take this one after one shuffle. Discernment. Speak no evil, see no evil, hear no evil. And I feel this discernment card, Charlie, is you need to give it a go with visiting your person, but at the same time acknowledging that you do not want to disrespect this person, but you're still wanting to try. And it's sort of like listening and acting in cooperation with one another. Let's see, discernment. Depicted here is an adaptation of the Three Wise Monkeys, replaced by 3 vintage geishas. Their gestures characterize the famous proverb, speak no evil, see no evil, hear no evil. Our sense organs can lead us astray from our goals and best intentions, or aid us to getting to the truth of a situation. The discernment card heralds an opportunity for powerful growth and expansion, and the need for raised awareness. Examine the facts, draw on any relevant wisdom learned from past experience. Notice it says relevant wisdom. And listen to your own intuition. Now is the time to examine the bare truth before moving forward, and for being mindful of any possible consequences of thoughts, deeds, and actions. 3 spheres of the zodiac compass and world crown each geisha, suggesting variety and favourable circumstances for significant advancement. But this forward motion depends on the quality of wisdom underlying your powers of discernment. I'll hydrate in just a second, Star. Thank you for that. The crows in the far distance indicate an omen of approaching change. In shamanic practice, crow medicine is called upon to aid in clarity of vision and personal transformation. Like, I can understand your person saying not to text, but had they asked you for specific things like going out? And going out, you don't have to go to a restaurant, but put some thought into it. I've actually taken someone on a date through, Australians call it Bunnings. Think of a hardware store on a massive scale. And it's been a better date than at a restaurant. Guard against scattering your energies at this time, and know that the mighty ally of discernment is as critical to your survival along the spiritual path as on the physical one. There are not many worldly laws to protect the human heart as it ventures into the unseen realms of the spiritual psyche. Yet the perils are just as real, if not greater, precisely because of their intangible nature. The sovereignty of spiritual domain rests with our own wise counsel and the natural laws of cause and effect. Wise discernment is the key to effective integration of spiritual principles in our daily lives, and well worth the time, effort, and patience needed to cultivate it. So to me, Charlie, that takes me back. I know when you and your person were on stream together, there were certain agreements that were made when that happened. Ask yourself, have you been discerning in trying to follow through? And to me, that's not monetary wise. And Star, thank you for the hydrate. So Charlie, hopefully that resonates with you. Ask yourself, the last time you had a deep conversation, did you promise something? Did you promise to do something? Listen more. Go out more often. I've gone gold detecting. Now, I know that's specific if you're in a gold-rich region, but collecting rocks from the side of a river can sometimes be an enjoyable outing activity. It doesn't have to involve money, it just has to involve thought. And hopefully that resonates with you, Charlie. I know you'll watch the VOD with the closed captions. But your English is out of sight. Oh, that's a Greece saying. I'm going back to the 50s with that one. Okay, I do have to put the list up because I've sort of lost where I am. Okay, and I do believe Sinful was next. I'm trying to go back to my memory of who came in the channel first while I was trying to get the bot going. Sorry, Janine, all spots are taken. It's been a busy day for me even before I started streaming, then it got busy again. So, Sinful. I feel as if, like Charlie, you're after clarity in a situation. I got lipstick on, Janine. That means I'm doing a little bit better than last week. A little bit better than last week. So, Sinful, if you can resonate with that you're seeking clarity. It's almost like the Twilight Zone. Things have all of a sudden come off the rails. Oh, thank you, Scorpio Darkness. Okay. Oh, thank you, Charlie. Get some rest. Okay. Now, Sinful, can you relate to a postponement of a trip? Hopefully, Janine. Okay. I feel there's overflowing emotions surrounding this postponement of a trip. There's very much hermit energy with this. It's like I'm almost drowning in my own tears when I pick it up. Yeah, there we go. I feel as if it was supposed to be the trip of a lifetime or a cementing of a situation, and I want to say the connection is still there, but a lot was riding on the trip, building things quicker. And I've got the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Coins in the same row. I know it's emotional, but I feel as if, Sinful, you are feeling the emotion and expressing it. The other person is feeling it, but not expressing it. It's like you feel as if the other person doesn't care about the trip being postponed. It may have even led to a few disagreements. Please keep telling yourself it has nothing to do with a care factor. It's got to do with circumstance, not a care factor. And no, the person you were going on the trip with has not changed their mind. I feel as if circumstance have come up where it was a choice. It was like that. I can only liken it to my situation. I've had 10 things going on and prioritizing those 10 things of equal importance. I had to pick one thing to prioritize, and I feel as if the person who initiated postponing has had to pick one thing. And I feel that one thing has to do more with longevity of feeling. But they were forced into it. Like, I need certain things done in my own home, but I had to put my own health first. And I feel as if there's a lot. All I can see is this shield sort of pushing things away. Yeah. Just understand it's a postponement. I did not pick up cancellation. It's postponed. Now, which oracle would you like, Sinful? I'll choose the deck. Okay. Energy and spirit. How's that? It's got the most beautiful saying inside it. Your life is vibrating with unlimited potential. Manifest miracles with spirit every day. So the miracle, you might hear of something occurring wherever you were going to go. You may hear of something. It was one of the things when I went to Albury recently, when I didn't stream, something told me to come back a day earlier, or 2 days earlier actually, which meant I was driving while I should have been streaming. But the following day, the roads were icy and snow-filled. And I didn't have chains for my tyres. So I would have been in serious trouble driving back. And there were so many accidents driving. Like, the day I should have been travelling, there was like 10 accidents on the roads I would have been travelling on. And I do feel as if there is some divine interference that way for you. So keep an ear out for things that are happening in the area you were going to travel to. Now, let's see if my guides can get the right one. They've been pretty good so far. That wasn't my guides, that was my bad shuffling. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, beneath the surface. Oh, I like this.